Aramis sales meeting 11/30/23, already the end of the month, and I picked a perfect day to ask escrow to come on. The poor gals on the end of the month. So what we're going to go over today. Ted Leorakos is here from United American Mortgage to give us some good news. Lindsay Soriano and Stephanie Harris. And Stephanie, I have you in parentheses because everybody knows Lindsay. They don't know you as well. So, but those are our two gals here. They're online here from Bell Escrow. They'll be on right after Ted. Then I'm going to go through cliches you probably use that clients hate and what to say instead. That's actually something Michael's going to do. Why home sales will still climb in 2024. 6 relevant new real estate laws you need to know about. A holiday door hanger special. What can be expected in the 2024 housing market. Our MLS activity, plugs and wants. What's going on with our Christmas party and some other calendar updates. So with that, we're turning the floor over to Ted Leorakos. Ted?
Yay.
Yay, Ted. Yay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Happy holidays to all of you. And I'm proud to be able to deliver some good news for a change. Usually when I do these updates, it's like rates are higher, qualifying is more difficult. But since the last time I was here, loan amounts have gone up and interest rates have gone down. And I think that's, at least relative to rates, a trend that you're going to start to see. And as you know, mindset is so important. When somebody hears the rate was 3% and now it's 7.5%, their mindset is different than when they heard it was 7.5% and now it's 6.5%, because they view that as a positive versus 3 to anything is a negative. So let me first address a recent change that literally just happened. Do you remember the Dream for All program? This was the one where $300 million was set aside, and the state of California was going to fund this Dream for All program, which is basically fantastic. It lasted 11 days. Right. It was a complete disaster. So what's going to happen now is they're going to earmark another tranche of money. This tranche of money is going to be distributed completely different than the last time because they learned from the mistake. The mistake the last time was it was a fireman's rush to get people into properties. And they were literally buying properties sight unseen that they didn't even like, and it was a mess. So what they're going to do this time, it's a lottery. So if you're chosen, then you have 90 days to find a property, which is a more organized way to facilitate another very small window of money to purchase properties. But it's going to be.
We heard a rumor that when the first Dream for All happened, a lot of loan officers nationally threw existing clients into it, and that's how all the money got taken by people that didn't really need the help. So this is a much better way. Do you agree?
Well, guilty. I'm guilty. I had a client, I'm guilty as charged. I had a client and we threw them into an escrow to buy a house that they never had an opportunity to even see.
Oh, wow.
And of course, when they saw it, they said, hell no, they backed out. This is one of the examples of why they changed it. So anyway, the point is, I'll give you probably by the next time I'm here, I'll have some more detail on that. Okay, next I want to move to the loan amounts. So as you know, loan amounts have been increased, and they've been pretty dramatically increased. And at the same time that the loan amounts have increased, Fannie Mae and FHA has created this new program. It's basically just a adaptation to the down payment requirement, where now somebody can buy multifamily, duplex, triplex, fourplex with 5% down. So you may be saying, why does that matter? Family of 4, they're looking for a single family residence. Why would they care about that rule change? Give you an actual example. Family of 4 looking for a property in Huntington Beach, Buena Park, Fountain Valley, Garden Grove area. They're maxed out as far as qualifying $800,000. They can't go higher than $800,000. Well, there isn't anything out there. There's no single family, 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 4-bathroom, 3-bathroom, whatever. The point is you can't find a house for $800,000. That's the point. So now all of a sudden here comes this new rule. So they have now identified a fourplex They couldn't go above 800,000. Fourplex is 1.2 million. And with 5% down, they now qualify because 75% of the rent of the 3 units they're not going to live in is used for qualifying. Obviously, 100% of the rent of those 3 units is going to be used for them to feel comfortable with obviously a higher payment. They wanted 800,000, they're going to buy 1.2 million. So is the payment higher? Of course. How do you overcome that? Well, the rents that they're going to achieve. The plan for this family is an actual example. The plan for this family is to buy it. Move into the biggest unit with the 2 kids, wife and 2 kids, family of 4, and they will post up there for 3 to 5 years while they rent the other 3 units. And then 3 to 5 years later, we are going to then get them a house. And then they can rent the 4th unit for a net 0. They won't have a negative. They may not have a positive. But the point is, think about that for future home ownership. You literally bought your investment property before you bought your I'm going to die here home.
Genius. If we hit the space bar, you can show that next screen if you'd like.
Your space bar, huh?
Beautiful.
There it is. High cost area ceiling. Take a look at the high cost because we're high cost. We're Orange County, LA County. And so they raised the loan amount to $1,149,825. They can't make it $1,150,000 to make it simple for you and me. So we deal with it.
Crazy.
Okay, so there below that, you see the 2 units, 3 units, and here's the amazing thing. 4 units, someone can put 5% down on a Fannie Mae loan and get a loan amount of $2,211,600. That is something that might be of huge value in Orange and LA County as families consider the possibility of maybe perhaps making that first house the units.
Very good.
And last but not least, when you hear that you can do a FHA loan, like we're talking about, versus a Fannie Mae loan, steer them away from the FHA loan. It's a technical underwriting issue where how FHA underwriters have to calculate the rental income versus Fannie Mae, who just takes 75% of the rental income. And that is very helpful. One last thing I want to mention to you, if you go down this road without me, if you go down this road with me, I won't let your clients do it. But if you go down this road without me, do not let the client say, I'm going to live in the smallest unit and I'm going to rent the biggest unit to achieve the math. Because the bottom line is, they're going to follow up. Fannie Mae, FHA will follow up. And if they say they're going to live in the smallest unit and they find out that they moved into the biggest unit,
wow,
that's going to be a problem. Hey, you know, and I got to tell you, it's possible that they won't check that, but the risk is too great. So there's my warning. So anyway, in closing, if you don't have any questions, I would just want to wish you a happy holidays, and it's an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to be here, you know, when I'm invited.
Yeah, Ted.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good stuff. So we always appreciate Ted Leoracco. So